Looking at the 6 options that we have put here and looking at the prices, ranging from starting from 5.7 to 6.3, 7.1 to right to Salah. Now it's good to see that we have more options. The way this season has started for Zaha, for Rodrigo, for Pascal Gross. Again, he had an assist in last game week. The sad part is that he's not on penalties anymore. So which we were discussed last time. So what do you make out of the likes of Zaha and Rodrigo's?
Well, I was very impressed with Zaha this far, as the numbers reflect, of course. You look at the Crystal Palace pictures here. They have Manchester City now. Next.
Yeah, I think it's because of City they are so low down. Otherwise, after that is not bad.
Yeah. It's like they're low on that chart, but they're not really bad. Actually, I think if you can just wait for one more week, then correct. I think Zaha is an excellent option. Let's say you own Mount or Saka or someone who's not delivering.
It's perfect.
I think Zaha is a great option. Just wait for game week 5, I'd say. So he should be safe, play every game.
He's looked really sharp under Vieira since last season. And if you look at his stats, it's 7 shots inside the box and 6 were on target, out of which 3 have been goals. And these I'm talking about non-penalty goals. Though he does not take as many shots inside the box as Rodrigo has taken, maybe 12 he has taken inside the box. You have to consider Crystal Palace has played tough opponents. First game Arsenal, second game Villa, third game Liverpool.
Yeah.
So this number inside the box for him is just going to go up only. Though he's been really bad with the penalties still. So but his finishing has been absolutely top notch.
He'll score the rebound, so that's fine.
Yeah. So if people who are on Mount and are a little frustrated and can't really keep Mount, I think just wait for one more week, because it's obviously they are playing City. Crystal Palace is playing City. Chelsea is playing Leicester. So give Mount one more week. If nothing happens, unfortunately, Zaha is the solid, perfect move after that. Rodrigo, we saw Leeds fixtures. Are you tempted to go for him?
Definitely advise someone to go for him, but for me personally, it's a little bit. When I look at my own team, it's a little bit difficult to go there. I have like 3 playing midfielders, and they're right now Martinelli. I can't get him off my team. No way. I have Salah and I have Luis Diaz, and he has Bournemouth homes and great fixtures afterwards as well. So I can't personally go there, but if your team structure is more that you have a price point at that 6.3 range, I would definitely say go there. And if we compare Rodrigo and let's say Pascal Gross, I think I'd go Rodrigo.
I think it's the way Leeds is playing. I think that's more about it. Yes, Brighton has played well as well. So they've scored 4 goals still. But Brighton is not really known to score, high number of goals. But Leeds, I think Leeds win last week has been just tremendous. And I think Rodrigo for me was not still in my watch list, but definitely the last performance, especially the team performance, has been phenomenal. To be honest, the only one thing which I was looking at his number was his expected goal involvement is 2.26, whereas he has had 5 attacking returns, 4 goals and 1 assist. So you could say that he is overperforming to some extent. Last week he had a good header as well. I think he has had two-headed goals, one from his left foot, one from his right. That's the only thing.
Otherwise, if you get him in, you can't expect him to continue with that rate. But still, the stats are good. He's gonna get returns for you, even if not at that rate. And at only 6.3, you shouldn't be expecting like every game week like 12 pointers. So you should
absolutely correct.
Manage your expectations. So he's competing more with the likes of Pascal Gross and Neto and Martinelli and those guys. So if he doesn't get you as many points as Salah or De Bruyne or someone like that, then that's fine.
It's interesting to see how when we started the season, we were only talking about the 8 million midfielders. Kulusevski, Saka. Now, obviously, one more week there has been no return. I'm sure now he's not even in the top 3 Arsenal assets. What if FPL managers would be looking for? So I wouldn't be surprised if his price falls. Mount, if he does not do anything next week, his price will fall. So it's a way. Now the game is opening up a little bit with more options. As well as at the back as well. Gundogan, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I really like when I'm watching the game. I like how Gundogan plays and how threatening he is, but I still would be a little bit scared with the Pep roulette and the fixture congestion. I don't know how he's gonna play. He could Bernardo Silva could play there. Bernardo Silva can play like in the last game. He can play on the right side of the attack. He can play many positions. So I'm just a little bit worried about what his minutes are gonna be. So I don't know.
If you see his 2 shots on target, 2 goals. So his finishing has been top notch.
Yeah.
He is getting minutes.
Yeah.
Because I remember this discussion had come up last season as well, as in which other City assets to really look for Champions League versus Premier League. Bernardo Silva is not leaving City, so it showed in his performance. 1 goal and an assist. Again, my assumption, and more than an assumption, I think it's a guess that Gundogan would play more of Premier League rather than Champions League. I think Foden and Mahrez will be more involved. Obviously, Haaland will always be more involved in Champions League. And Pep, anyways, has said that he's not going to play all the games. So let's see. Gundogan could be in one or two games. He could be the number 9 striker as well with Alvarez.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a wait and see for me personally.
Pascal Gross, is he still an option? Though he is, in spite of him not being on penalties, but still he gave an assist.
Yeah, he gave an assist, but his stats that game weren't that great.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly what he had last game, but like in first 2 games he had like incredible stats, but last game he didn't really do that much. I don't remember if he had a single shot on game the whole game. I didn't watch the game though. I only watched highlights, so I don't know if he took threatening positions or no in that game. I have no clue about that.
No, I think that was consistent. It was consistent as it was in the first 2 games as well.
Yeah, so it could be just he didn't receive the ball on those same areas maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. If you see the shots on target, he's the lowest with Gundogan. So his XGI is still fine, 2.19, more than Salah. So he might not be one who will give you double-digit hauls, but one or two returns. Yeah, steady. 1 or 2 returns in every 3 or 4 game weeks. Obviously, now the fixtures are good, but when the fixtures turn bad, then we'll see what the true Brighton comes out. We'll have to see that as well.
Yeah, but like I said, I prefer Rodrigo if you have the extra $0.6 million. So
now, when you're picking a player, you also have to see how the team is playing as well. So Leeds is super aggressive right now. So you have to go to push that. A word on KDB. Now see, everybody has been talking about all these cheap midfielders. KDB without any effort, he's at 25 points.
Yeah,
which is the second highest in midfielders. I think he has had 1 goal, 2 assists, and whenever he's involved, he gets the bonus as well. Salah versus KDB, 0.9 difference. Any thoughts? De Bruyne should be preferred over Salah, considering Liverpool's state right now, and how under par they were in the last game. There were no chances created. That midfield was absolutely non-existent.
Yeah, the midfield seems like a big problem. Like they started James Milner, who is like 55 years old. and then they had Harvey Elliott, who's a young guy. Yeah. They're missing a lot like guys from the midfield.
No, they're all injured. Thiago, Ox, everybody's injured. So Jota, I think Jota is expected in the next 2-3 weeks. So I'm really worried in terms of Liverpool's assets, because, especially in this congestion period. 3 games in 6 days, 7 days. I don't know who's going to play in the midfield. So it's reminding me of 2020, 2021 season when there was nobody in the back line, and we were just conceding goals right after every game. Yeah. So I'm just kind of trying to compare if that's the situation because of no midfield. United could have scored 3 or 4 goals easily.
For me, like straight up switch from Salah to De Bruyne, I would never do. I personally couldn't do it. Maybe it's the FPL pedigree in my mind for Salah. It's very difficult to get away from that. It could be like it's like a bias in my mind, maybe, that he's such a machine in FPL wise. It's very difficult to move away.
That's true.
If you were wild carding, it would be an interesting question which options you would go for. City, of course, they have other options than De Bruyne as well. Do you want to triple up on Chelsea? Do you want to get double defense and 1 midfielder or attacker, or do you want to double up on their forwards or midfielders and forwards? I don't know. If you look at Liverpool, I think Salah is quite clearly still the number 1 guy to go for. But with City, they have Foden Gundogan has been
Correct.
good, and I think I would probably still go Salah.
Because he's going to play maximum minutes from Liverpool. He
Yeah.
will play 70, 75, 80 minutes in the Champions League. He would play the same amount of minutes in the Premier League as well.
Let's say you own Son. Would you switch to De Bruyne, like let's say right away now, or would you give Son one more week again because they have great fixture this game week against?
I think managers who have Son definitely would have another premium asset. Whoever it might be. If they do not have Salah, then I think they should. I would suggest they should quickly move to Salah because Salah is playing Bournemouth next week.
Yeah.
But if they have Son and Salah, then I would say just wait for one more week. There's no point selling an underperforming asset before a prime fixture, plum fixture. Sorry. I was speaking to a friend as well. He was saying that I want to sell Mount. I said just give it one more week. And these are good players from good teams. It's not that I'm telling you to hold on to Neto. Definitely not. It's Mount. Right? It's just been 3 game weeks. They've had a bad game last week. They had a tough game against Tottenham. So if it's just been 1 game out of the 3 games that he should have scored, but it's fine. 1 out of 3 games is fine. But this is the fixture. Leicester is in deep trouble, I think, this season.
Yeah, I agree.